All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this match of RO32, round of 32. Here we have what, on paper, is the most lopsided matchup of this round. We have Seed 1 United States versus Seed 32 in Kazakhstan. The roll's not off to a good start for Kazakhstan, but shouldn't be all too consequential. So yeah, with United States, there's going to be a lot of players that anyone who plays 4-digit tournaments is going to be really familiar with. I won't try to run through all of them, but I think the real standout from qualifiers was RNG, or now known as Hot Dog 6000, as he was able to put up 900k average on basically almost every map in the pool. So that's a very scary thought. He's a very scary player. Even on this low of an SR, he might just come in and FC every map. Meanwhile, on the side of Kazakhstan, you might be surprised that there are some decently well-known tournament players in Kazakhstan side as well. First one that comes to mind for me is RO32, now known as Fragrance of Page with a 0 instead of an O. Pretty solid all-rounder. But then you also have players like It's Zero Ice, pretty solid on the mechanics, Turnifus for the hidden. They definitely got some players who are pretty solid on their respective skill sets. And so it's going to be a DT1 ban coming out for the US. Probably one of the most coin flippy maps, going to be taking that one off the table. Meanwhile, it's going to be a Hidden 2 ban from Kazakhstan. That's going to be the kind of KTG-ster-esque control low AR. It's AR9. It's AR 7.5, which is even lower than the normal AR 8. So definitely a very niche skill set. So I could see why they don't want to deal with that into, Schwartz, Maxi, like Toybot. Yeah, it's a very understandable ban. So United States gonna start off with a pick here. I imagine their angle is gonna be trying to go for the more niche maps, the more tricky maps, to try to find something that for sure that other team cannot really put up a good score on. Falling into that category, I think Hidden 1 would be a pretty good pick. It's definitely one of the more difficult maps in this pool. Very tricky skill set to be consistent on in a match. Some 170 BPM, light tech, flow aim. Kind of similar pick going to come out here in the Fremont 3, going to go for Outlaws. Definitely a pretty unique map, has a few elements to it at the beginning and the end. There's some reading, some perfect stacks. Pretty intuitive to play with the rhythm if you're familiar with it. But then for most of the map, you're going to have a lot of very snap-heavy aim ult, along with some fancy sliders here and there. And knowing the players on US, I could see some of them taking advantage of that easy multiplier. It's going to be a 2.4 easy multiplier, specifically looking at Schwartz, or now renamed to Luna, or Luna is Tabby. Yeah, the pronunciation of that is Luna is Tabby. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was Luna is Tabby at first. So, you all would not be alone in that. But in terms of mods, I would imagine we're gonna see Toybot hidden, Eddie Hardrock, Shorts easy. On the side of Kazakhstan, probably is gonna be a Tournifus hidden, Revexe or Fragrance of Page Hardrock. Not sure about that last mod, but there is the requirement for 3 players to take mods. One has to be Hardrock, one has to be hidden. We will see right about now as we get into the map. Yeah, first seed of the tournament, gonna be trying to start off their tournament run here on a good start on this free mod 3. Did Tournifus have some sort of issue? Or just misread really badly? Why are we at 80% accuracy, bro? Okay, well, that aside, honestly, I want to say it doesn't matter that much because it's the beginning of the map. They don't lose that much combo, but you can already see how far down they are in score in the matter of like 15 seconds. Already down 70k. But yeah, Short's actually on the hidden and finding a few issues herself. So yeah, the combo lead is actually pretty solidly in Kazakhstan favor for now, but definitely gonna have to wait until we get into the more intense Ki parts for that to matter. And yeah, the break from Revexe not going to be a good start to this section. Papa soon behind. And United States looking completely unfazed for the time being. Every player is seeming to stabilize pretty well into this section. There's the break from Tournifus, and that was one of the near FCs. So things are only getting bleaker and bleaker for the Kazakhstan side right now. Their last shred of hope here is really 3 Omas. Pretty nice FC right here on the Hard Rock, but face up against 3 FCs on the United States, there's not much he can do on his own. And he goes down as well, so that'll be the point. Basically just secured for the United States right here. 560k lead, and nothing Kazakhstan can do about it. Yeah, meanwhile, United States just have 3 FCs all on different mods, showing you really the diversity of skill sets on this team right here. And yeah, to me, I'd be especially impressed by Eddie's Hard Rock FC right here. Hard Rock, probably the most challenging mod on this map. But that guy has been showing up big in tournaments recently if you've been paying any attention. And this is going to be no exception, looking like he's going to close out the FC alongside Hot Dog and Toybot around here. Okay, well, never mind about that, but the job is done. They're already winning by 1.2 million. There's not a need to do much more here. And United States looking just as solid as I'm sure everyone has expected. All right, and now we return to Kazakhstan's pick. Bit of a rough point right there for them, but just got to bounce back. Mental reset. Hey, RNG, how you doing? But yeah, in qualifiers, if you take a look at Kazakhstan's performances, it seems that they are pretty solid on the no mods, and also did pretty solid on one of the hiddens as well. So But instead, gonna go for something completely different. Gonna go into the Hard Rock 2. Maybe trying to pick into a weakness of the United States, actually, because this was their worst mod slot in the previous pool. And so yeah, we're gonna be playing some Afro Knuckle, some definitely very rhythm game pill the music. As for the map skill set, it's going to be actually above CS 6.5 by a bit, CS 6.8. And yeah, mostly going to be a Control-Alt sort of map. Going to be some 1-6 here and there that can catch you off guard, especially if you're not very solid on the tapping to begin with. But yeah, we do see Uzumaki coming in on the side of the United States. A player who's been around for a while, kind of took some time off, but came back stronger than ever. And if there's any kind of map he's going to do well on, it's going to be this. And don't be fooled by the map overlay. It's not OD 11, but I do find, especially on slower alt maps on Hard Rock, those feel really challenging to act, even compared to other maps on OD10. So you might see a lot of that here. Anyone who can get a good accuracy is going to be rewarded handsomely. But yeah, it is Kazakhstan pick, so we'll see if they have some gas in the tank for this one. Early on in the intro here, trade between Uzumaki and Turnifus. Bit of continued struggles from Uzumaki, actually, and it will give the initial lead to Kazakhstan. Another break from Turnifus. Top right corners don't seem to be doing too well. Another break here from Revexe. And the lead swiftly goes back in the United States' favor. So yeah, for now, it's going to be 3 FCs on US's side versus only 1 from Papa on Kazakhstan. And we are seeing actually a very wide range of accuracy, as I was kind of alluding to. Very nice 97 from Indiana. Meanwhile, Eddie doing a little bit of combo gaming, but can't really complain if you get the FC at the end of the day. But yeah, Kazakhstan trying to pick into one of the United States' weakness, but this weakness does not appear to show itself in this match right here, as they have 3 FCs. All right, make that 2 with Indiana's break, but yeah, not really able to contest this at all, and it does seem we're having some bancho issues as we get into the end of the map, but not all too much suspense, as the map has been pretty much decided. Alright, I mean, this is always funny to look at when these clients get desynced. Rest in peace, RNG's FC on that last 1/3 jumps, but does look like Eddie was able to close it out with 89% accuracy. Well, if it gets the job done, then it's all good. Okay, it does appear to be a problem caused by Revexe disconnect, potentially. But, I mean, of course, even if he had comboed the rest of the map, would not have made an impact on the team outcome here. And now we return the pick back to the United States aside. I mean, thinking about what United States' like core roster likes to play, I still think that Hidden One is definitely a really solid pick for them. Like, I think Toybot, RNG, like they have a roster that really goes hard on that. And they did very well on the other control pick that they went for first, so I don't know, a lot of signs pointing towards that, but they might bring a pick out of nowhere from somewhere else. Revexe's power went out. Really? Wow, okay. Well, that's going to be pretty unfortunate for them going forward if he's not able to get that resolved. But yeah, maybe they're trying to get some technical issues worked out before we go into the next pick here. Hey, Exia, how's it going?
You need a little help.
Yeah, very welcome. Right now, we're just waiting for United States to pick here. They won the first two picks in very decisive fashion. So,
Are we picked into Hard Rock 2, or is this the last map we played?
Kazakhstan picked Hard Rock 2. United States picked Fremont 3, as you can see on the map overlay.
Yep.
So yeah, winning two very very control-oriented picks. I was just talking about how they might want to go into the Hidden One. Instead, they're going to go for the Nomad 5. It's going to be not your average Nomad 5, really. It's not too heavy on the tapping, really. It's just like a 240 BPM, kind of dense, kind of finger control-y sort of map.
Yeah, I could see like 239 BPM of this map. It's going to make a little bit of variables in type of these mechanics, rhythm control map. It's a bit of a hybrid between some of these aim patterns, a little bit of linear, a little bit of curve, a little bit of weird aim patterns, burst capabilities. I think the mid section of this map is going to be pretty important. I've already said this in the match versus France versus Ukraine. That midsection holds the most combo, or holds the most importance of this map, due to some of the breaks happening in the map. Right in the middle, getting score capped is not what you want to happen. Okay, I was like,
yeah, we're gonna see Batball Max Ian for the first time in this match. And if there's any map you play, it's probably gonna be this, because I don't know, this screams Max Ian map to me, because has some mechanics in there, but then it's also like a little gimmicky in a sense. It's the kind of thing he is really great at playing.
yeah, I think nothing else to say about the United States roster. I think all these players will be able to play this really well. Kaz's roster. Plapa, turn off this Fragrance of Page, or is there a different username?
That's Revexe.
I think it was a name change. I do recall Revexe name changing. I just didn't know which one. And for Yuma. So yeah, the roster with Kaz's roster, yeah, it's still contestable. They can still contest on this Nomad 5. The midsection going to be really important, as I already speak about it. I think FCs drop all the time during that section due to the variable patterns on the burst and the aim control.
Oh, I know there are some pretty devious 1/3s if you're not really prepared for it.
They just like they happen like at the end of like some verses or like some bars. So I think they are a little predictable, but yeah, they do catch people off. I don't think anyone has breaking on them yet, as I've seen some of these matches.
I saw quite a few breaks in that previous match I commentated in between Korea and Argentina. maybe like 2 or 3 breaks on that particular pattern. Anyways, it looks like we will be getting into it pretty shortly. I do want to give a shout to It's Zero Ice. I know he's pretty solid on the tapping. I mean, again, this is not pure tapping map, but definitely one of the skill sets involved.
Kind of just a mechanics map. You gotta be kind of like all around for how the skill set works. But yeah, I think we could just build up that combo. These 1/3s are possibly gonna find some breaks on some people. It's gonna be a huge acid battle in the beginning, but until we see some breaks during that midsection I've always been talking about. Also, the ending section is not that easy as well. A little bit of snappiness to that. That aim pattern you've seen right there, you're going to see a lot of different variables of it. It's a lot of different variations of that type of aim pattern. It's going to happen a little bit in the midsection, happen a little bit in the end section as well. But Ack advantage well on the side of the United States, 10K in the lead, possibly going to keep growing as well.
I mean, there's no combo advantage for them yet. Okay, well, now there's a combo advantage for them with a Zero Ice break right here.
That's not a break for Umaki there, though. So 4 FCs to 2 currently. Kaz needs a little bit of help from their teammates, but the United States 4 FC strong, loads of accuracy on the board. It's another variation of that aim pattern, but now into the midsection soon enough. That's where the peak of the difficulty of the map is going to be popping in. You're going to see a lot more mechanics, a lot more devastating patterns to be up on this section of the map, but here we go.
I mean, there's really no signs of weakness right now from US, not letting up even a single break so far. And there's a break for Vevexe. Things already looking incredibly dire.
It's only 1 FC to 4 pillars of huge combo. This midsection looks so easy for United States, and that's all the FCs down for Kazakhstan. Nothing to contest against the United States roster. This little bit of more bursty section right here. Eddie finding the first couple of breaks for the United States. Toki as well following up with that bat ball. Everyone falling apart at the end kill section. And no one on the United States hold during that midsection right there. So that's a little bit of a problem. No FCs for them, but no FCs for Kazakhstan. And they're just so comfortable on above 55 or 550k score lead to be exact.
I mean, whole team was just standing together, comboing it into the ending, and that team effort was enough even without any FCs here. And yep, yet another very solid point for the United States right here. Not even for a second did it really look too much in doubt for them. And so yeah, Kazakhstan put into a pretty bad spot here. Backs against the wall, potentially on their last pick. We'll see if they can make the best of it.
The break point into the map win into themselves.
Well, they're asking for double picks, so they might want a Hard Rock 1 right here. Or they could just decide to change the plans, go for something else completely. But I mean, I could see the vision with the Hard Rock 1. It's a very generic map. I mean, sometimes you just need to consistently check your opponents. And okay, they go for completely different. Gonna go for DT2.
Throw off of the century.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tweaker. I mean, we did sort of just play speed, but this is a little bit higher BPM, a bit closer to 250. And it's also a lot more straightforward of a map. A lot less sliders or finger control going on. It's just as pure of a shred as you can get in this map pool.
Yeah, it's 248 BPM or 247 BPM speed map. There's a 0.5 in it. It don't really matter. Stamina is something to have in this map as well. I think nothing up to a 9-note burst in this map. So 9-note burst.
I think
is
it caps
basically
out.
the
It caps out
max.
at 9
It
notes,
caps
basically.
yeah, basically caps out at 9 notes. It's pretty. Midsection of the map just has really repeatable 3 bursts and 5-note bursts. So I think that's going to be a section where if you're running out of stamina on these kind of bursty sections, you are going to shit miss. You are going to have a little bit of misses. I don't think the aim is going to be a problem. I think it's just all in the mechanics for this one.
I don't think it's possible to miss on aim in this map. Actually, the speed players will always find a way, but I don't think they'll be fine. But yeah, we're likely to see very similar rosters to the previous map. Not too many substitutions to go around. I think a lot of people might be more familiar with the older map set of this. This is a more recently ranked one, the Hyper Pigeon Diff. Hyper Pigeon, a known speed player in his own right, doing some mapping of speed. Only makes sense.
Also a shorter version of this map, or cut version, unless that cut version is like throwing me off and it isn't a cut version of this map.
I think the well-known one is also a cut version. I don't know, you'd have to fact check me on that. But yeah, we do see basically same players in here. We're gonna see RNG coming out for Indiana.
It is the same length as the older ranked set. It's just they just named the cut version and just didn't change the length. So
Well, I think there used to be different standards. Like you didn't have to label things as cut versions back then.
true.
Anyways, on to more important matters. We will be getting into the map right about now. But you are seeing what the name of the game is for basically the entire map. Can you hit bursts at basically 250 BPM? Doesn't seem Platha can for now. So that will be the first break. We goes in favor of the United States ever so slightly.
The society goes on to that direction. Cast team needs to be able to withstand some combo. The accuracy department lacking a little bit for the side of Plapa.
Yeah, especially when speed maps, you always want to be looking at that accuracy, and it's a little bit concerning on the side of 3 Uma, though he does hold the FC for now.
And Rebecca fighting back.
Yeah, 4 FCs to 2 is not where you want to be right now.
So comfortable, but onto the midsection where it's going to be a little bit of just a more bursty. It's basically the same thing over and over again. A little bit more mechanics heavy, a little bit more density on the streams. There's actually just 1 FC for Kaz. I think 3 might find a break right there, but yeah, 4 FCs. More of your players are at 98% accuracy and above. And Kaz just only has 1 FC on that 98.9.
Forget 98. I mean, Maxi and Eddie have like 3 combined 100s right now. Like,
yeah,
speaks volumes about how comfortable they are just on the skill set. Okay, well, Eddie with the break right here, but Maxi is still holding the fort alongside the other 2 FCs. So, no real opening here for Kazakhstan.
Zero Ice. You already shot at him for the speed kind of map mechanics on this one.
Yeah,
just getting a little diffed on team. I think you just have good players for Kaz to be able to play this DT2, but you're just getting diffed by the amount of players that are able to play this DT2. And just United States, they're deaf on how many players can do these kind of speed maps. Yeah, it's just huge going into this. So yeah, United States break point. Unmatch point. It's 4-0 for them, looking like a quick sweep in the future of it. And 4.2 million team score is crazy good.
Yeah, beautiful 3 FCs here, especially the very nice accuracy from Maxi, as he always tends to do.
500s too.
Yeah, that guy just always locked in on the accuracy. Anyway, United States going to go on to what they hope will be their last pick. We get the map will be pulled up shortly. I've been floating them, maybe picking the hidden one for a while. Maybe they'll want to do it. I mean, at this point, it seems like they're winning most skill sets here, so whole world's open to them right now. Maybe this is the point where they can decide, all right, let's just pick a map that we like, we have fun with.
It's gonna be no
Maybe
three
just-
pick.
No, that's
Well,
that's the other
maybe it's
team.
gonna be no.
That's the other team.
Do the number 3 pick. Do it anyways. I think
Maybe,
maybe hard rock
maybe
one.
pick-
Do it.
maybe pick
do
a good
Cat.
song. Okay, I'm gonna go free mod 2. Actually gonna be showcasing the custom done by, is that Nissan? It's one of the Brazilian players. So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty typical anti-mod map. We got the classic CS5 AR8. Nothing really too crazy about the map. It's just consistency with the aim, a few bursts here and there.
Semi cross screen jumps.
Okay, I would not go so far to call him
Yeah,
cross screen.
Semi, I said, but like it's a little just halfway.
There's some spacing on the aim, as you can
Yeah,
tell
it's-
from the
it's
slightly lower BPM for aim standards.
There's like no stacks on this map, so hidden low AR for the ARA, it's just all dependent on the aim basically. Like the hard, just make it just the circle size 6.5. It's just gonna be aim for 1:52 seconds. And as I can say, just burst here and there. Nothing else to say about this map. I think Ampy just perfectly described what this map is gonna be about.
Do keep in mind, 4WC does have custom easy multipliers. Easy would be incredibly easy to go on this map. So the multiplier is not very rewarding, 1.5. So I don't think anyone will be trying to go for that when it's possible to get FCs on the other mods.
Need one more player from the Kaz team. United States already in
I-
with their.
I think-
Oh.
We have to see a turn if it's hidden, surely, right? I mean,
I bet.
they can do as they please, but that's just what I was expecting. Alright, well, Kazakhstan has got one last chance to make it stand, prevent the sweep here. Both teams gonna be. We might need a client reset here. I think 3 Uma is probably playing Hard Rock right now. All right, thank you. So yeah, both teams very heavily favoring the Hard Rock here. Only no mod player here is gonna be RNG. Not too surprising to see. That guy loves his no mod.
This is the entire map, basically. I don't think anything else changes in the map, so you're gonna see a little bit of these stop and turn
Yeah,
square jumps
just-
to make it a little bit more difficult.
Keep on aiming, basically. And everyone aiming pretty well so far. Only that one trade between Uzumaki and Plapa. Pretty short map as well, so we're already heading into the halfway point where it's so devastating to find breaks. Plapa with a miss right there. Gonna be really detrimental to Kazakhstan, but Twilight trades it out.
lot of breaks from Kaz, and then Zunyan gonna find a little bit of break right there on the Hidden. So Hidden has no FCs on it, but the Hard
Eddie
Rock
goes down as well, though.
It's gonna be a huge break
And
for
the score
Eddie.
hasn't gone that much in favor of the United States. There still is the opportunity for Kazakhstan to capitalize on any errors the US may find.
Still more breaks from both sides. I mean, Plapa finding more breaks. 3 Uma, that's gonna be break. That's gonna be a huge reset.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, United States, that's going to be basically the end of the map. It's a short map at 1 minute and 52 seconds. RNG still in the FC. Uzumaki still with a little bit of huge combo on the Hard Rock. And that's going to be it. 5-0 sweep for United States. They're going to be moving on to round of 16 well swiftly and well smooth.
Absolutely. Very big statement made by the United States in this match. If you look at the point margins, unfortunately, it's not particularly close. Most of the maps by more than 500k score difference. So yeah, United States can be feeling pretty good about that one. Kazakhstan still with the opportunity to advance in the losers bracket. We will just have to wait and see how that shapes up.
Yeah, and that's the match. They are going to be waiting for the opponent of Spain versus Indonesia to see if United States is what they're first seeing. Just counting for that loser of that match as well to be this loser. That's gonna be the match for United States. We have one last match at 18 Romania versus United Kingdom. Me and Bugs will be commentating that. So stick around for that match happening. It's gonna be a little closer than usual. The seeds are a little bit closer, and I think that's everything we need to cover for now. And do you have anything else to say?
No, just don't miss the match, and see you next time.
See you guys.